Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunday Leeds Champions League. Chris here, aka Big Will, and today we just have the one league game for you. It is the Manchester Derby, and we are at home to Manchester United. Since you were last with us, we've only had a couple of league games. We drew 0-0 with Leeds following that 1-0 defeat against Newcastle, and then we won 3-0 away at Villa Park, courtesy of a hat-trick from central midfielder Hugo Larsson. Um, Obviously, defensively, we're looking pretty good. We've only conceded the one goal in our three games, but in front of goal, we have been a little bit poor, with the exception of Hugo Larsson, of course, in that previous match. We sat in ninth place after the first three matches. We're already off the pace. West Ham, Chelsea, and Newcastle winning all of their first three games, with a couple of other teams ahead of us, including United and Spurs. So we've also had our Europa League draw as well. It's been relatively favourable, to be honest. Fenerbahce and Lyon we face at home. We're away against Hibernian, Karabag, Freiburg, Olympiacos, and then we finish off with home games against Cluj from Romania and Rijeka from, I believe they're from Croatia. Yes, they are. Um, so let's be honest, we should be getting through that group relatively easily. The fact that we've got Fenerbahce and Lyon, who arguably are the two toughest games that we've got there, with maybe Freiburg away as well. The fact that we've got those two games at home, I do feel pretty confident that we can get through that with relative ease. Um, in terms of transfers, we've not done any more in terms of coming into the club. We have had a couple more outgoings, but nothing too major, to be quite honest. It's just been, again, quite a few reserve players. Um, so I think we did Ben Campbell last time out. We've seen a couple of other players go out on loan. Aidan Gunderson, who's in the academy. Alan Spinelli, who's in the under 21s. Juan Jose Ortolado's gone to Al Hazm for £7.25 million. And again, a few other loan deals. Dejan Kulusevski, who's 34 years of age now, didn't really feature him in my plans, and he was on 300 grand a week. So we've sold him to Chelsea for £7.75 million. And again, plenty of other loan deals. And Ben McLaughlin, who again was a youngster, he has gone for £600,000 to Nottingham Forest. So we'll keep an eye on everyone that's out on loan as well. But the couple of deals that we did do for extra outgoings in Ortolado, he was just a backup player, 23 years of age, decent centre back, but he didn't really have a lot of potential. So we have let him go. And then obviously Kulusevski is still a really good player, as you can see, but he just didn't feature in my coming plans, although he is a really good all-round player. And at 34 years of age, to get nearly £8 million for him, plus a couple of add-ons, I think, as well, it made sense to let him go. So tactically as well, we have made just some slight tweaks. We've still got the three playmakers in there, but Savinho and Cherky played the last game, and we've converted them to wingers rather than inside forwards. So we're allowing them to stay wide, which gives the space for the playmakers to do their thing in this attacking area. And we've simplified things in the defence as well a little bit, just with the wing backs to full backs rather than inverted and half backs and everything like that. The simpler we keep it, in my opinion, the better in that defensive area. Midfield, obviously, it's going to be an interesting one having the three playmakers in there. We do have a lot of creative players, as I've mentioned before. I'm glad to see that we finally managed to get a goal. Hugo Larsson, of course, with that hat trick. Um, he looks very alone in the scoring rankings at the moment. Cherky, though, played for the first time in that game against Villa and bagged 2 assists from it as well from that winger position. So hopefully going into this game, we can continue where we've left off from that game against Aston Villa. Obviously, it's a very important game, this one. Um, so yeah, we'll see how we get on. We've got Donnarumma in goal today, Gvardiol, Haidari, Patrinoyu and Gueye at the back, Papa Georgiou, O'Reilly and Larson in the midfield, Savinho and Cherky and Haaland making up that front three. So again, we've got a lot of really good players. There's a few players on the bench. We will be rotating them in and out of the team probably. I think the core of the team is pretty much set. Obviously, Haydari might rotate in and out with Bagchi, the other centre back we signed. We've still got Doku at the club. Again, I'm unsure whether he's got a proper future here or not, but he has lasted this transfer window. Excuse me, sorry. He's at least lasted this transfer window. And obviously, Vargas eventually will replace Haaland up front. Galindo coming in and Sosa, two younger midfielders that we brought in. Gueye's got a year or two left at best, and Barcola will rotate with the wingers Cherky and Savino as well. So we've got plenty of options in there. It's just going to be a case of seeing how we get on realistically, and hopefully we can go out there today and get a really big result early on in the campaign. It's a massive game, this one. It always is every season. Fingers crossed we can get the job done, because otherwise I'm going to look like a right idiot in a Manchester derby as a City fan. I mean, they're playing with the flat back seven, which it's a little bit risky from a defensive perspective. They are playing very defensively as it sits, but the other side of it, of course, is they are going to be compact, and City notoriously in the last couple of years, I would say, have at times really struggled to break down these tightly packed defences. Hopefully, we can make a breakthrough and force United to come out, and then it will leave us a little bit of space. But as you can see, it's been a very cagey affair so far. We're having the majority of possession, but with only the one shot at goal so far, and it's going to be arguably one of the most boring Manchester derbies I think could be ever recorded if no chances come. Um, very, very cagey first half by the looks of things. There's only 5 minutes left in this first half, incidentally, now. And I'm not disheartened. Defensively, we have been really, really good, incidentally, over the first few games, despite that 1-0 defeat to Newcastle, of course. That could have been a lot worse, but other than that, we have played quite well. 0-0 at half-time. I mean, you can see it for yourselves. Not really an awful lot to speak of. I think we're just about edging it. We have been the better team, but we do need to G the lads up a little bit and try and make a breakthrough in this second half. They've got 3 ball-playing centre-backs as well, which is, again, it's a little bit risky. The ball-playing centre-back side of things, I don't mind it, but at the same time, sometimes you just need to get the play out. And we've just played it in, and I think Haaland's been pushed over at the back post here. A penalty has been awarded by the referee, and VAR are going to check it, and the penalty is awarded. So a massive, massive opportunity here for Haaland to get his first goal of the season, and for it to come against United would be a massive, massive opportunity for us. We have edged the game. Haaland with the penalty, and it's saved by Diego Costa. It's a good save, incidentally. Haaland not really firing on any cylinders at the moment, but he has been. He is unhappy at the club as well. I don't know if that's got um, any bearing on it at the moment, but he's really, really struggling to get going this season. And a missed penalty from our number 9. And a game again that we are pretty dominant in. We are creating more opportunities, but again, very, very lack of highlights in this match. Their flat back 7 certainly doing the job. They're not doing anything outstanding, but they're doing enough to make the game a bit of a boring spectacle as Satpayev switches to play to Carreras on that left-hand side. We are trying to keep the pressure on. We're closing them down, trying to keep them forced back. Carreras into Perpic, plays it over the top. Amara Diouf picks it up, tries to get into the penalty area, gets the shot away, and it's quite a way off target. Nice that we've actually seen a highlight, albeit for the opposition. With 15 minutes to go, we are going to make a couple of changes, I think. We are going to bring Haaland off. He has been very ineffective today. Vargas can come on for his first team debut. Sosa can come on as well for O'Reilly. Savino struggling as well. So we're going to get Doku and Barcola on those wings as well. Get some fresh legs on there with a bit of pace again. And Gavardio's struggling as well. So we'll get Gueye on at left back, I think. And hopefully it'll just see the game out. Obviously, with 15 minutes to go, we've controlled the game. Bit of a risk to make all those changes, but I can feel reasonably confident that the players that we're bringing in are strong enough to keep us in the position we're in. And Hidari, I mean, he's gone through the back of Satpayev there, and that is very, very fortunate that we didn't give away a penalty, in my opinion. And that's a really good save, that from Donnarumma. Kobe Mainu with the strike. Very low effort. It looked destined for the bottom corner, but the height of Donnarumma saving us there. And just starting to let them back into it. Hugo Larsson now gets past Adam Wharton and strikes, but it goes over the crossbar. Really good little bit of movement there from Hugo Larsson, but again, just couldn't quite get it on target. We have been the better team overall today, but again, unfortunately, we are lacking in front of goal. And with just a couple of minutes to go, we're also on a positive mentality at the moment. I don't want to go attacking a lot of the time because it does leave you open at the back. And defensively, we're looking pretty good, but in front of goal, we're looking very, very poor at the minute. Diego Costa, of course, saved that penalty. Otherwise, arguably, we'd have had the 3 points. Not the best performance. Um, we need to pick it up really at the moment, but we're not. I know we're not scoring a lot, but we're not conceding a lot, and I think subtle tweaks here and there might just be enough to make a difference. We've got a load of cup games to come as well as Premier League. Um, we've got a Premier League game against Spurs coming up as well. We've got a Carabao Cup tie against Southampton next. We've got a couple of Europa League games as well. It's still very early in the season. I am encouraged by the start to the campaign. Obviously, the players do need to get used to everything. One or two players do still want to leave, Haaland and Foden, just because we didn't qualify for the Champions League. So there's a lot of things to consider. I don't want to let them go. Obviously, I'm being a City fan, I'm big fans of the two players. So it is a bit of a tough one from my perspective. Um, but in terms of going forward, obviously, we do need to make some considerations and see exactly what happens. Obviously, I would say we come back at the start of October. There's Liverpool in there, there's Chelsea as well, but there's only a couple of Premier League games involved in that time frame, so we wouldn't really be getting anywhere, to be quite honest. Obviously, with the Europa League games, everything is quite tightly congested and getting pushed back quite regularly. Um, I think what we'll probably do, we might do we'll come back probably at the start of October, but I'm not too sure which games I'll show at the minute. It could be Liverpool and Chelsea or Fulham and Chelsea, but we'll see exactly how things are going, and hopefully we can just build up a little bit of a run of form, and obviously get our main man up front, firing in some goals. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time, and I apologise. I know this one's a bit of a short one today. This is Big Will, signing away.